Saturday on Denver 7, a suspicious package keeping US 36 closed for hours, and why police are comfortable letting people back through this morning. As housing continues to be expensive, renters of color are facing more financial battles.
Housing is one of those purchases where going without isn't really an option.
Why experts say this trend is happening. And it's opening weekend for the Rockies. We'll take a look at the fun from opening day and things to keep in mind ahead of making your way to Coors Field.
Good Saturday morning. Welcome to Denver 7 News. I'm Jessica Crawford. Thank you for getting your weekend started with us. Let's take a look right now outside at downtown Denver. It is shaping up to be a gorgeous day. Let's bring in meteorologist Lisa Hidalgo for the latest. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. Yeah, happy Saturday. Yesterday was great. Perfect baseball weather. Today, for tonight's game, it's going to be pretty mild too. Even warmer today. Now take a look. Some of the cloud cover that we had over the metro area is starting to shift a little farther east. We've got blue skies in the mountains. It's gorgeous. 60 degrees right now here in town. It's a very mild start. Take a look at the warm up today. We're going to be at around 68 by about 11 o'clock. You've got a nice patio forecast, not only this morning, but even here by midday. Low 70s by that point. We're going to hit highs this afternoon, right around 75 to near 78 degrees over the northeastern plains. To the southeast, it's going to be more 80s and 50s and 60s in the mountains today. Now, the unfortunate part is the winds are picking up a bit. Again, we're going to see some breezy conditions this afternoon. Gusts will likely get up to about 30, maybe 40 miles per hour here along the I-25 corridor. This is all ahead of our next cold front. It hits tonight. So Jessica, coming up, we're going to take a look at just how much cooler it gets tomorrow and where we're going to see a little rain and snow here within the next 24 hours.
Thanks, Lisa. We're following breaking news now. US 36 in Boulder is now open in both directions. It had been shut down for nearly 6 hours last night because of a suspicious package. This is video of the scene from last night at a busy intersection from Baseline Road to Foothills Parkway. Police also evacuated 4 homes on the parallel running Moorhead Avenue as a precaution. Police say the bomb squad was deployed overnight, and now they tell us there's no threat to the public. It's still not clear what exactly was in the package. We've reached out for updates and we'll let you know as soon as we can. Also breaking out of Denver, police are investigating what appeared to be a fatal car crash as a double murder. The crash happened at Peoria Street and 33rd Avenue in Aurora. Denver police say 2 people with gunshot wounds were inside a car driving south on Peoria near I-70. That's when they crashed into another car. The 2 people in the first car who had been shot have died. As of last check, the driver of the car they crashed into was seriously hurt and taken to the hospital. We're awaiting more information from police. A tragic crash in Aurora overnight as well. We've just learned a child has now died in the hospital after a 4-car crash. A woman died last night. A man and a child are still in the hospital recovering this morning. This happened just after 8 last night near East 6th Avenue and North Chambers Road. Police tell us the man and child injured are in serious or critical condition. Well, it has been a busy overnight for Denver PD. Clearly, officers are also investigating a shooting in Lodo. That has 1 man recovering in the hospital this morning. We don't know the extent of his injuries or if there's a suspect in police custody right now. Plus, 2 more car crashes have multiple people in the hospital. The first off 38th Avenue near Piccadilly Road. The second, a crash involving a driver and a motorcycle off Sheridan and Alameda. As of last check, Sheridan was closed because of that crash.
Seeing more listings, more months end active inventory is that buyers may start to get a fresher breath air, being instead of competing with 10 or 15 offers, they might only have to compete with a few.
Now to housing in the metro. A new report released this week shows a jump in active listings, but an even bigger jump in prices. Homeowners saw their property appreciate 9% in just 1 month. For context, the normal appreciation is about 7.5% per year. The cost to rent isn't really dropping either, especially for people of color. A new report from Zillow shows it's harder and more expensive for people of color to find a place to live here in the U.S. As Christian Lopez reports, application fees and security deposits are costing a lot up front.
A new study shows people of color are paying more for application fees and for security deposits as well. Rent prices have gone up around 17% in the last year, and this has caused people to try to find cheaper options. But new data shows people of color are facing higher upfront costs, around $150 more in security deposits compared to white renters. And this could be in part due to their age, their income, and the area that they live in. A typical renter of color is 2 years younger than the average white renter, which means 2 fewer years of potential income growth. White renters are also more likely to rent in rural markets and in the Midwest, and those are less expensive. Not only are people of color facing higher costs, but they're also the ones submitting more applications.
We sampled over 2,000 renters that recently moved in the past year. We found that the typical number of applications submitted was 2, but for renters of color, it was more like 3. And those application fees also tended to be higher. Those renters of color were more likely to pay a security deposit. And when they paid a security deposit, the typical amount was $150 more expensive. So we just largely see that these upfront costs of renting are disproportionately expensive for renters of color.
And for renters who are looking for cheaper application fees, there are some options available. For example, on Zillow, they offer an application fee of around $29 if you apply through their website, and that covers both the credit and the background checks. I'm Christian Lopez, Denver 7.
Good tips. Thank you, Christian. If you need mortgage assistance here in the Metro, you're not alone. You can head to cdola.colorado.gov for help. And now to what Rockies fans have waited 2 long years for, a real near sellout, just like old times, opening day at Coors Field. Let's take a look back. This is what the park looked like on opening day in 2020, when no fans were allowed in because of COVID protocols. Then last year, just a limited number of fans were allowed in those stands. But yesterday, there was a beautiful purple-filled packed stadium to see the Rockies take on the Dodgers. There are more days of baseball ahead this weekend. Denver 7's Rob Harris was there as crowds poured into our downtown.
Everyone's smiling. It's not COVID, it's full capacity. So there's more people, more energy overall. People have been super generous. Every time I throw sticks, people are always quick to grab it and give it back to me,
I love Denver, born and raised in Denver. I loved it all my life. And we got good vibes. Everybody's having a good time, especially on opening day. Oh boy, best believe we having a good time.
You guys getting your second round with the Vodka Rebels?
I mean, I've been working down here 10 plus years. Last year it was, at 50% capacity. People wanted to come out, it was there, but it just didn't have that feel, But now that it's been, we're open, masks are lifted, everybody's here to have a good time. I mean, everyone's ready to come back out, so it's awesome.
It feels really great to be out and about and just kind of experience all the fun and the excitement of everybody out here.
Everyone's having so much fun. We're so excited that the winds died down and the sun is out and everyone's just having a blast.
The Rockies are amazing, and it's finally after COVID, right? I mean, look at this place. It's incredible. So we're really just happy.
Life's good. I mean, we're living in tough times right now. Well, life's good. The sun's out, the people are out, and we're at Coors Field.
Opening day baseball,
Opening
baby.
day with the Dodgers
Beautiful
fans.
day.
It doesn't matter where we're from. We're here. We're in Denver.
See, we all can get along and enjoy a good game. Well, a few tips to make your ballpark experience better. Try to get to Coors Field at least an hour early to give yourself enough time to get through security. Tickets are digital this year, so be sure that you have access to the MLB Ballpark app before you get there. You're also not allowed to bring backpacks or other multi-pocketed bags. If you're looking to buy food or merch, Coors Field is cashless, but you can use your credit cards or Apple Pay. We have these tips and a full opening day schedule right now on the denverchannel.com and the Denver 7 mobile app. Tax day is just around the corner, where you can find free in-person assistance today. And one Colorado kid is getting lots of support to make his wish happen. Why students got a little bit messy in the process.